After years of unprecedented pay gains, salary increases are coming back down to earth. It's a trend in Colorado and the U.S.
Yeah, the amount of salary increases is tightening. And in at least two Colorado cities, wages appear to be on a downward trend. But Colorado is faring better than the rest of the nation, beating the national average when it comes to wage growth. Inflation, though, continuing to take a bite out of people's take-home pay. So the question for everyone who's working is, can salaries keep up with the cost of living? That's why we're joined by Chris Rourke, the managing editor of the Denver Business Journal. In recent years, we've been seeing post-pandemic big salary gains, bonuses, raises being offered. But you say it's changing a bit now.
It is changing a bit. You know, wages are still going to go up, but the amount that they go up is definitely coming down. So it's a complex, dance here. This time last year, maybe in May of 2022, in Colorado, wages were going up 8.9%. That's come off a little bit. We're down to about 7.1%.
But Colorado's still higher than most. And why is that? What do you attribute that to?
Well, it's industry dependent, but yeah, Colorado's beating the nation. The median wage salary for Colorado is way above the nation. It's like one of the top three states. It's at almost $63,000 a year, where the state amount is $57,600. So yeah, we are seeing that we have better conditions here in Colorado.
But it's expensive to live here.
It's expensive to live here.
Everybody will say, I don't know about that. Try to live in Denver. Yeah.
Well, inflation in the month of June, going into July, about 5.1. What we're looking at right now for wage increases in Colorado is 7.1. So we talk about what's real wages, right? So that's the wage increase minus inflation, and that tells you how much really your budget's expanding. It's about 2% right now.
And you say city to city, Colorado has some very different results as we take a look at wages now. Yeah,
the wage in Colorado Springs year over year up 11.2%. On the other side of the state, you have the low mark, which is Grand Junction. It's down 7.2, 7.3.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
The different areas.
It's a pretty
gone.
wide spread over a single state.
Yeah, and again, it's industry dependent. Like, if you think what's really the big industry in Colorado Springs, aerospace.
Right.
And aerospace is doing really well right now. Pueblo is another city that's trending upward. A lot of that's energy, taking coal producing companies and now converting to solar. They have a big solar thing going on down there now.
So for the near future, you think companies are kind of waiting here and seeing what's going to happen, and especially because, there's a lot of things to play in the economy right now.
Absolutely. Companies are waiting and seeing. So it's interesting when you talk about inflation, because inflation looks backwards. How much did we pay more last month? When you look at raises, we're trying to project into the future and not go too high, because, when you have big wage boosts, that also can fuel inflation a bit. Companies are kind of playing that wait and see mode, and it's just sort of that dance that has to be done.
Everyone continues to watch the Fed to see what they do, but when you localize it and you break it down to Denver and some of those big cities, there's some interesting numbers there. And of course, the Denver Business Journal continues to cover it. And we appreciate you, Chris, coming in and sharing it with us.
Thanks very much.
Dark clouds.